So it's the night before the big 24-hour run, and I've been watching YouTube, just watching some ultras, how people get through 50k, 100k, 200k, flat courses, mountains, and just seeing how they survive what they call the pain cave. I think I'm going to be in a pain cave tomorrow, and I'm ready for it. So probably won't say that at the time, but I'm ready to dig deep and get into whatever pain cave I get into and get myself out of it. See you tomorrow. Okay, I can't believe we've got just over a minute to go. We're starting off at 3 o'clock, and we are now live pretty much nearly. Getting there. I've got to try and work out how to use this thing. Just get it here. Yeah, I'm nervous. I've got 45 seconds to go until the 24 hours starts. Been nervous a bit all day, and yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. I think there's 2 or 3 things that are going to be tough on this. First of all is running every hour on the hour a certain distance and then stopping and then having to start again. And the other one would be the distance. You know, it's going to be covering about 60 miles over the 24 hours in total. If I'm doing the 2.5 every hour, and then just no sleep. So having cat naps and one thing and another is going to be tough. So sleep deprivation is going to be the last thing that's going to be hard. So anyway, I think we are ready to go. Let's do it, Aston. Let's do our first run. Thank you. It's really weird doing these laps and these runs. Basically just running back to food and drink every 23, 24 minutes. I haven't eaten too much, and that might be a worry. I don't know. Might need to do some more. Not sure. I just don't know what to eat at the moment because I'm not that hungry. Because it is a long distance overall, over the 20. Train's not down. How awesome is that? Train's not down. Let's see how long it stays. Not down for. Oh, here we go. Mentioned to it's always down. Oh well. I'm not gonna make it. Means I'm gonna have to walk the stairs. And walking the stairs means, like, you know, get a different view. I can stretch it out, talk to you one-to-one. Maybe this is the rest bit that I need. Maybe this is a good thing. that I'm catching a train, and the train, is coming, and the barriers are down, and then I walk up this, gives a little rest. Maybe it's a good thing. Thing is, it's up a load of blooming steps, so not sure how that's going to feel later. And yeah, walking down them, I'm not sure how this is going to feel later, but it's all new. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing how this feels, where you run and then stop and then go back out again. 24 hours at the moment, so each lap's been pretty consistent. 23 minutes, trying to keep it easy for obvious reasons. Yeah, feeling okay at the moment. All your support is great, love it. Thanks everyone for joining on live stream. This is lap 6. I've got Aston behind me. And we're all right at the moment. We're okay at the moment. Who's that comment from, Aston? Can I see the comments? I don't know.
Is that a like or a comment?
Oh no. Don't know, we'll carry on running. We'll keep on running. We'll see your comments. Anyway, so it's 8 o'clock. Lap 6. When I finish this lap, it'll be 15 miles in. Only another 45 to go in miles. And another 18 hours to go. Don't think about that. Don't think about that. No. We just got to keep running. Keep moving forward. Keep the cadence nice and fast. And just keep efficient. Keep the heart rate low. And don't wear yourself out. Got another one there, look. It's Aston. Loving it. So we're running down Ware Road at the moment. And we're going to cut through, we're going to do a little bit of a different route now. We're going to cut right in a minute. And then rather than go through Ware Town, we're going to go through an industrial estate. I'm sorry about all the banging up and down. Aston's got the camera stabilizer. But I can't use it because my phone's too big. And it fell out. First 400 meters into the first lap, my phone fell out. Went on the ground and smashed the back. Brand new iPhone 13. No way. But it's only a phone. It's only a phone. It's just material. Let's think about why we're doing this. Did it for Pancreatic Cancer UK. 24 people every day get unfortunately diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which is a very fast, vicious disease. Yeah?
When we get to that business thing,
be careful.
That and I'll get it on record.
Yeah. So yeah, it's that's why we're doing this. We usually do something once a year. Trying to do something DIY, local,
organic, natural, no fuss, no frills. Just do something that's going to challenge us mentally and physically, which is good for us as a family because we centre around these kind of things once a year. Get all the family involved, which I'm very thankful for. I don't know whether they're thankful for me. Keep asking them to do these stupid things, but it's a bonding session for us, really. Beefeater, any local people know this. There's Aston and his bike.
So when we get to the straight, we're not thinking about there are only 24 people, etc.
Okie doke. Okay, I've just got to do a recording for Aston. Okay, when we get on the straight.
Well, I'll go and head straight first, whatever it's called.
Okay, so
Wait. Alright, recording.
I'm now recording, so be patient, sorry, live streamers. So the reason why we're doing this is for Pancreatic Cancer UK. I'm very fortunate I'm able to run and challenge myself like this. But unfortunately 24 people a day are diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and their worlds and lives have changed. And it's one of the most fast and vicious cancers out there. So I'm raising money for pancreatic cancer. Got a lot of people close to us that have suffered and unfortunately lost their lives from it, including my dad. And we're gonna get through this and, I don't know, raise some money and do something, I don't know, something we remember, something special, something magical. That's what we do, that's what life's about. Is doing something magical and doing it for other people, not just being self-absorbed and not giving back. It's about passing things on to others, whether that's inspiration, whether that's money, whether that's friendship, love, compassion, quality, whatever. I'm going a bit deep because this is lap 6. But, you know, these things are important. You know, you've got to live life for the moment. Live it in the moment. Don't waste it, because other people would love what we've got. So I believe we've got to make the most of this chance. We've got to live it for ourselves. Turning point, turning point, turning point. Got to live for it for ourselves and for others. And those two things go hand in hand, because there's no point in doing it for yourself, because that's freaking lonely and there's absolutely no point. So we do it as a community. Anyway, let's stop going deep. Let's talk about this run. I'm feeling all right, Aston. Not too bad. Ask me at 2 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the morning and 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Be a bit different. I'm just wondering what my 2 p.m. run tomorrow is going to be like, which is the last run. No idea what that's going to feel like, but I'm trying to look after myself. I've just done a gun on the legs. They feel okay, but more preventative than anything. Do you reckon this is long enough, Aston? Should we go back again?
Probably one more, I don't know.
Right, one more round back.
Yeah, wherever you
Well, I don't know whether that's...
get a pretty good shot.
Okay, we're going to go... We'll turn back, do this one more time, because it's a different route. And I'm not sure it'll be quite a turn around, Aston. Not sure it's going to be quite 2.4, 2.5 miles, because we usually go through Ware and then head back, which is exactly 2.5 miles. Whereas this one is a new one, a new idea from Aston. He wanted to do this route, so I haven't measured this one, but when we get back we'll know. It's taken us roughly 23 minutes each lap, so trying to keep it nice and steady, nice fast cadence, you know, moving forward from the hips rather than full on propulsion of the legs. So I'm not sure any of you can hear any of this, but it sounds good, doesn't it? Or does it not? Give me some feedback, because feedback's a gift. Anyway, the weather's okay, it's a bit drizzly, which is quite nice actually. It feels like a challenge. I don't think it'd be as pleasant if it was raining hard, but I'll be wearing shorts and you know, minimal clothes, so you don't get affected too much. Okay, another turning point. Here we are. There's Aston. There's my son. Very proud of him. He's doing he's the videographer as well, which is pretty cool. Very nice of him. He's cutting the tape. Not tape, no such thing as tape anymore, is there? He's cutting it up in terms of the video every time we finish. So hopefully by the end of it we'll have pretty ready oven baked video of the 24 hours, although he'll be asleep for some of it. But we'll see how we go. As you can see, I'm still in quite light spirits, purely because it's still only 8 o'clock and not the middle of the night. But even so, 15 miles nearly in to this. The time goes really quickly, by the way. It doesn't. Like, you get back after your lap and you feel like you've got all the time in the world, and you can't have, but it's only like 35 minutes and then you're back out. So it goes really quick, really. So yeah, it's going right at the moment. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to go back and have some more food. I'm trying to eat little and often, rather than just shoving a load in. I hope that's a sensible thing to do. I'm trying to drink well as well. So it's a fluid. Taking a bit of energy drink on. I've had about a litre at the moment. Probably not even that. Probably about 750 ml of energy drink. So I'm trying to keep myself on top of the game, not go into any deficit of nutrition and hydration. So we'll see how that goes. Still in Ware. Nice houses over there with some Christmas tree in the window. Not sure you can see that. River. Yeah. So now we're heading back again. Oh, know where Aston is. I've been running away and chatting, I don't even know where he is. Oh, here he is, he's coming. All right, Aston. He's there. He's a good boy. Very proud of him. You know, it's not, I'm sure he'd rather be doing other stuff than doing silly stuff with his dad. But you know, he's challenging himself as well. He'd be running the furthest he's run. So both of us will set some kind of record. I'm back. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate it. Don't forget to maybe come back on the hour, every hour. Anyone coming back from nightclubs at 3 o'clock in the morning, it'd be good to see you. If you are there and you want to come and run or ride one of the laps at any time, please do so. Message me, I'll give you my address and come round, run a lap or ride a lap, be part of it. Tomorrow will be a good one. That's when I think it'll be a different kettle of fish. Anyway, feeling okay, not too bad. Just got to look after myself, not go too fast or too hard, keep the effort pretty low. It's quite interesting, every lap's about 23 minutes. So by the time you get back and take your gear off and put it on the radiator, get it dry, maybe have a drink, quick sit down. I keep saying to Way, no more minutes to go. And it just seems to go faster. But I'm quite pleased now we're getting to be 8 in. At least it's sort of part of the way through now. You know, you're not just started. I mean, I was very nervous when I started, very anxious, but feeling a lot better now. Obviously, I still have a lot of unknowns ahead in terms of how I'm going to feel. I think the biggest challenge is going to come in the middle of the night when you're tired, both physically and mentally. You know, you have sleep deprivation and you know, your body's telling you to stop and your mind's telling you to go to sleep. So I think the biggest challenge is yet to come, especially when you're on your own through the night. Unless Way's going to stay up with me. Who knows? But yeah. It's actually quite nice doing the same laps. They go quick, go through, you know, quite quickly really. And then, you know, become familiar without being too familiar. Well, ask me that on lap 16. But yeah, it's all right. Keep going. Chunder. Sorry about that. I'm not sure you saw that. Wouldn't be the first time with any of us have seen a bit of sick. Nothing wrong with a bit of sick. Well, there is. Only if you're the one that's being sick. And even then, it's just still a bit gross. Swans. They're always there. Might bring up some bread next time. I'm back home. There we go. There's Pertic. Yeah. This gives me great satisfaction. 9 hours done. 15 to go. I'll see you in It's 7:15 and I'm feeling absolutely knackered. Haven't slept. I've got 8 laps left, 8 hours. So good progress. It's getting hard now, just body's, tired, achy. I'm tired, but I've got a couple of hours before it gets light, which I think is going to be good. That'll boost it up and make the run a bit nicer, because it's just been dark since 4 o'clock yesterday. So I've ran kind of like, what's that, for 12, 14 hours, 14, 15 hours in the dark. Yeah, so it's not very good. And it's been drizzly as well, so it's tough. I'm finding it hard at the moment. But yeah, way will be up soon, so less than in about an hour and a half. And once they're up and creating some noise with the dog as well, it'll feel better. Anyway, I'll speak to you later.
You ready, Eston? All right. Okay. Oh, the legs. Got the sun out with me today. It's 9 a.m.
we're out. Oof. Get the legs warmed up. 6 laps to go. So good for him to be out. So he would have done 10 miles. He's got a course to do at 10. So if he hadn't have done that, he would have been up on the middle of the night ones, but just couldn't risk it. Yeah, so then probably about, I did my 5 o'clock run, and then I decided to have a pizza. So I cooked myself a pizza, and I ate half of it. And initially I thought, oh, this is okay. But then I don't normally eat carbs, so it really bothered me. So I started to get digestive issues, and started to get stomach cramps, which wasn't good. It wasn't welcomed at all. So I had to try and deal with that, which was a bit painful on the run. And then when I got back, I just laid on the stomach, just tried to stretch out the stomach a bit. Still suffering a little bit now, but certainly not as bad as what it was. There's all these people running, they look so fresh. Yeah. All right. Let's get my glove off. Can you hold the phone a minute? And then I'm just going to get the gloves off, walk up the steps, get in the video. Can you hold that for a sec? Just going to put my glove back on. I know. Okay. Let's carry on. Let's keep going. Going to do the way back. Do you remember? Oh, yeah. The legs are really sore now. Just over about 47 miles in now. And another 13, something like that to go. So yeah, just a half marathon to go. What's a half marathon? Hey? Lap 6 done. Sorry, lap 19 done. 5 to go. Okay, last lap. Currently done 57.5 miles, which is pretty cool. And I don't know how people do more than this. Mind you, I've done it all on concrete, but then again, I haven't had any mountains. So I guess it's all 1-to-1 really. Oh. Okay, let's go do this. All right, let's do this last lap. I don't even know what we're doing. So we've currently done 57.5 miles on the run. And yeah, it's been pretty brutal. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Nice support from some neighbours. It's cold as well. Oof. And I think we've got the lead vehicle here in front. I want to say safety reasons. This way, look. There she is. Let's do the last lap. Clearing the spectators out the way. Making sure we've got room. Yeah, there she goes. She's waving them out of the way. Well, maybe she can do one arm riding. But yeah, it's 16 hours in the dark. The drizzle was tough. And then when I did the treadmill, sort of like from 1 to 4, it was good because it was a variety. It changed it up a bit. But then it kind of like I could get hot on the treadmill, so get really hot. So I overheated, and I'd go inside, and I'd then cool down, and then within 30 minutes, you know, after you've sort of replenished your food and stuff, you're then kind of getting back on the treadmill, and then your heat's going back up again. So it's just a variety of heat going up and down, which really affected things. So it was tough. And then at 5 a.m. I then decided to go back outside on the run. And then at that point, I was just going out and I was shivering because my body temperature just kind of probably, I don't know, kind of got to its core, I guess. But here we are. This is the lap. It's basically Ware Road. It's the New River, which goes all the way into Edmonton, into the reservoirs, and I think it gives us all drinking water in most parts of London and the outskirts. So I think this is built in, I don't know, 1900, something like that. I may have made that up. So anyway, that was the toughest bit, and that really did encompass sort of like the midnight, 1 a.m. to 5, 6, 7 in the morning. That was what I would call, and I knew it was going to be, the ugly 8 hours where everyone's gone to bed. Waste tried to stay up, but she went to bed, and you're on your own, and you're trying to not fall asleep. You know, your body's tired, it's cold, it's hot, so you're physically absolutely exhausted, and then you're mentally tired as well. So, because you want to go to sleep, you're sleep deprived. So, you know, and then you're trying to get out there and still continue to do a good pace, because you don't take too long on the lap, because then you have less time to recover when you get back. So trying to keep it nice and steady in terms of the run, like fast feet, nice cadence, try to keep light on feet, try and have good perceived effort, not too much. And that kind of works well. So then when you go back home, it's kind of like weird because you're so happy to get home. You think, oh, that's quite cool, like base camp. I've got my food there, I've got this, that, the other. But then you stop. Your body's just been really active. It's got warm. And then you stop. And it's just weird, like how it just physically stops. And then you have to kind of look after it, you know, kind of keep it active, try not to sit down for too long. Although you want to sit down, you can't sit down for too long. So, and then before you go, you know, the 5 minutes, 5 to the hour, you're looking at the clock going, I better get my gear back on, do some stretching, and yeah, it's just sort of thing, open the door, go, and go again. So, and I think what's made it tough as well is the concrete. It's been concrete for what will now be 60 miles. So it's pretty tough on the feet, on the legs, and the impact that travels through your body if you're not keeping pretty light on the feet. So, which in the end, when you get tired, you're not as light when you first started. So, yeah. Oh, where's over there? Doing a skid. See that skid? Okay, let's just do a zebra crossing. They're going to stop. Thank you very much. Last leg. It's amazing how people know. So that's funny. How nice is that? So this guy just pulled out and was not sure you heard it. What leg is this, Keith? Last leg. Jesus, yes. Come on, we can do this. But anyway, so the concrete's been tough. But I have to say, it has been a brilliant experience. I love doing a DIY event, stripped back, with all the family. Way's been involved, but she's a support crew. Aston he's came out on 4 runs. And he's also come out on a bike, which has been great. I've also had a few of my friends, the runners, come out and come do a few laps with me as well, which is something you really need. Really, really need that. And keep going straight away. And that's been amazing. And just to get to learn your body and your mind strength, like what you can cope with. Can you kind of survive without sleep down here? Can you survive without sleep? I nearly fell asleep once. I said to Way, I think I fell asleep with my eyes open. I didn't go to sleep at all throughout. I was just so worried that I wouldn't wake up. I was going to sort of like have a 10-minute nap, set the alarm or the timer, but I decided not to do it. Here's the River Lee in Ware. This is the River Lee, it goes all the way into London, which is a good run actually. I ran down there the other week. Started from here and ran down to Tottenham and then cut off to run into Covent Garden to meet Way and Aston. This is Ware, W-A-R-E. It's all been developed. Loads of kind of commuters have come out here. We've got this kind of like, I don't know, pastries, bagels, all these burgers, all these new fancy places. Crosscutter. Not sure that's fancy, but I'm sure they do good food. Yeah, it does what it says. And then we're coming into Ware Station, and this thing has been down pretty much every time I've ran past it, but it's not. Oh, I have to show you something. So many of my friends laugh at this. Spread eagle. Can you see it? I don't need to tell you why they laugh at that. Mostly Americans. When my American friends come over, they sort of found it really funny. Anyway, back to the run. So, yeah, I love the DIY event. I love kind of getting the family involved, stripping the whole production back in terms of like not having to travel, go to an event, worried about what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. Just no frills, just like your DIY. I love it. You organise it yourself, you kind of create your own challenge. You know, that's a really big stretch, but you kind of know it's reachable. Also, you don't know what you're going to experience in the middle of it. It's all really, every sort of hour was a surprise, both in terms of what I saw on the run. We saw drunk people, foxes, cars, ambulances, you know. Every run was different, but you also felt different. And you had to get your mind kind of sorted and prepared and ready to go again. So, and that was so much needed, especially when we first started. You know, I'm not sure you've seen that grid of paper that I had with 24 laps and the times. And when I first started, I had nothing filled out. And I knew 24 hours and laps and 60 miles to get through, all through the night without any sleep. I had to think hard about preparing for that in terms of mentally and just notching it off. Every lap was a progress, every single lap. And I knew if I ate well, drank well, I should get through it okay. And it all kind of went to plan, mostly in terms of nutrition. I had my normal dinner, but broke it into 3 different sizes, smaller sizes. Oh, Way's, thank you. Wait for Way. She's over there. But yeah, so she comes. Yeah, so I kind of had 3 little small dinners, and then about, I think it was after I went out on my 5 a.m. run, after I got back, I put a pizza in that I bought, which you may have seen the pictures odd. So I baked a pizza, I ate half of it, and all of us, and I think it was just too much to digest. I couldn't digest it. So I started to have bad stomach cramps for about an hour and a half out on the run, and it was painful at times. But, you know, after every lap, I just laid on the floor on my stomach and stretched the stomach out and just kind of calmed down and drank well, although it's sometimes difficult to drink, obviously, with stomach cramps. But yeah, kept on going, and then it just sort of like passed. So I realised that carbs or like a pizza base just doesn't work for me. At least I learned that. I know that for future events. And plus, I haven't been eating many carbs of late. You know, for the last few months, pretty much don't touch carbs. There's Wayne. Look at that. She looks like a pro. So yeah, and then that passed. Kept eating, and so I went back onto like Mars protein, Mars bars, my sports drink, which I like, and just ate sensibly. Didn't have anything too heavy. Actually, has the sausage rolls, and the pastry is kind of quite light. It's not like really hard to digest, so they worked really well. So yeah, all in all, very good. And then today, like, you know, as soon as the ugly 8 hours passed, I had a really low point at 6:30 in the morning, which you may have seen in the video. and like really, like I was just so tired and confused, and just really low. And then I thought to myself, well, Way's going to be up in about an hour, hour and a half. So is Aston, and Aston's going to be doing the 9 a.m. run with me. And then, 8, something like that, the sunrise is going to be there. It's going to be light. So about 7:30, Way came down and my run was 8 o'clock. And those two things just transformed the whole next step of finishing the challenge and getting through it. Because seeing Way, she sort of like come down, she was so excited to sort of come down and see me, see how I'm getting on. And sort of like just pumping her arms, and I could see the light. And I ran out at 8 o'clock and it was daylight. I was like, oh my gosh, it just changed the whole mental game. And I was just so done with the dark and drizzly weather. Because every time I got back, I pretty much had to put my clothes on the radiator and then put something else on so I just don't get cold. And that's the thing I ran in later on. So, for the next run. So yeah, it's been great. And then we're actually probably about half a mile back, or half a mile away from our house, base camp. So every lap is about 2.5 miles, pretty much bang on 2.5 miles. And then every lap has been taking about 23 minutes. And I sort of was thinking about this on one of the laps in the middle of the night, and it was kind of like, I kind of am stupid to do these sort of things. And it is stupid. It's a risk. You got to get out your comfort zone and kind of not be lazy and actually commit. You've got to commit. And you're either going to do it or you're not. And if you're going to do it, put a date in the diary, and that's it. And that's your stupid date. And I'm not saying you do it all the time, but I usually do it probably once or twice a year. A big event, DIY event at home for charity. And it's stupid. And the point about being stupid is it means that you go out of the ordinary. And I think that's really important, to go out of the ordinary, because the ordinary is, it's okay. But I don't want to live an ordinary life. I don't think many people do. And you only get one. I just done a drop off. She's not ordinary. Look, she's just done a very stupid drop off. She's just done a jump. So you only live once, and I don't want to live an ordinary life. And your life can change, as we all know, as we get older and sometimes wiser, and we see things around us and get a bit of different perspective on things. You kind of realise that life can change in a moment. So that's why you got to live for the moment. So, that's why, I've got a great friend, Lars, who's probably hopefully is there. He got me to do my first Ironman. And, he first went through, we're going to go down this way. He obviously went through the Ironman experience, and he saw that I was going to get into it, and he wanted to pass it forward, like help me. And he inspired. He's Danish, so he's going to be doing it. His freaking legs were just like, you wouldn't believe it, veins popping out of him. But he inspired me and helped support me get through my Ironman. He took me out on the ride, taught me about the equipment. He built my confidence. I remember our first bike ride on the Spring Onion. I ran up for about 2 hours at a massive mill, and I thought, I can't do this in an Ironman. How am I gonna do this anyway? But we got through it, and I did my first Ironman in Frankfurt with Lars, and I got through it. And then you then take on that sort of like position where you want to pass it on. That's why it's sort of like build clubs and where you bloody amazing, really is. The event's great, of course it is, but the journey is even better because the journey is all about discovering yourself, transforming yourself into what you may want to be in terms of physically or fitness or mentally or performance wise, whatever your motivations are, or just get to the finish line. And then the event's great too, obviously. You meet friends around that, So anyway, I'm waffling. We're on our way back. I'm walking now. I shouldn't be walking. Let's run because we can't finish this lap with a walk. Surely not. Especially if I've got the lead vehicle in front. But anyway, thank you everybody. I'm going to go back to my house and I'm going to tick the final line on the 24 laps on hopefully live streaming it. And because you've all been part of this, thanks for your support, your comments, your shout outs, your questions, your concerns, your donations. Really, really, really appreciate it. I'm so lucky to have people like you around me. I always say, surround yourself with great people. And I've certainly got that